I brought an iPhone 14 Pro Max listed at $250 for $130, and I sold it to an overseas buyer for over $500. Guys, I will show you in this video exactly how I was able to accomplish this flip, and you can do the same exact thing. See, I am not a guru or someone that has any magic powers. When I snap, people just agree. No, it's all about a system and understanding that there are different techniques you can utilize to be able to close deals so you can come out with the most profit. Now, if you guys don't know who I am, my name is Brandon Jones, and I specialize in helping you make an extra income stream. If you guys don't know already, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I share tips on a daily basis that help you continue phone flipping and product reselling. I also have weekly classes. Everything is linked below. I don't just sell you digital products. I sell you things that are actually going to get you results, connections, and a network. And again, I appreciate you guys so much for watching. Let's get into the video. So what exactly happened? All right, number one, guys, you already know, if you watch me on a daily basis, I do tell all of my phone flippers, you do not need Facebook ads to be able to get phones, right? All you need is a platform that has desperate sellers or people that are looking for extra money, and you are in. Now, I know when I say that, a lot of people think, well, Facebook is a great place. Facebook Marketplace is a place where I can go ahead and find a bunch of people looking to actually sell phones. Well, yes, but what if I told you there was another platform, and all of the people that have been watching me already know what I'm about to say, that gives you the same type of benefit, but more of a hustler vibe. People that are actually looking to close and make deals, and not just people that are looking to sell their phones that are collecting dust. So OfferUp, prime example, is one of the best platforms I've been able to utilize to phone flip. Now, if you're somebody out there that's been looking and searching for a perfect platform, I understand. Facebook and also OfferUp are great. Now, they are two different platforms, and I'm explaining why. Facebook is more of an older crowd. OfferUp is more of a younger crowd. Facebook is more of a stern, firm price platform. OfferUp, you can literally offer, right? Like, there's multiple offers. Now, I know you can offer on Facebook, but look at exactly how Facebook's format is. When you first go ahead and try to message somebody, it says, hey, is this still available, right? With OfferUp, you can make an offer, or you can message the buyer. You can ask a question. It's all about making offers, and I make 10 offers every morning and 10 offers every evening, and this is how I've been able to build not only a phone flipping business, but actually create it into other business entities, which I teach you guys how to do in different videos and platforms. Now, when it comes to you and me looking, it's hard because there's a bunch of competition, but there's also a bunch of people that are selling phones. Now, they get these phones a bunch of different ways. I was able to come across an iPhone 14 Pro Max from somebody that I've dealt with in the past, but we didn't end off on a great note because he was trying to sell me a phone that I didn't want to buy, and he got a little upset. So I haven't talked to him in years, but I was said, listen, he has an iPhone 14 Pro Max AT&T for $250. I'm going to go and make my offer. And that's exactly what I did. All right, so once I find that phone that I want to get, I go and I message. Right now, I'm making an offer. So the structure that I utilize is make an offer, ask a question. The reason I do that is because the offers that I do make are based on market value. Market value is the value of a device that is deemed internationally, not just from feelings or emotions or from people in Philly or people in Jersey or people in Virginia, right? Like, it's all about market value. What is the device valued at on the market? So this iPhone 14 Pro Max, when I looked at it, I think it was like valued around the 400 range, but I knew for a fact he already was being realistic with himself by listing it at 250. Not to mention, he already tried to sell it for 400, but he went down on price, which I saw in his listing. So that's another little tip. When you see people that go down in their pricing on their listings, capitalize off of that. That means that, one, they have a sense of urgency. Two, nobody's buying it from them. And again, this is a locked phone. Let's keep that very, very clear. A locked phone to AT&T, one of the worst companies that you can ever have a phone for. and try to resell. Why AT&T does not have a bunch of people that are looking to get phones. They don't have a lot of people that are looking to buy off-market phones. More so, if they do upgrade, they upgrade through AT&T because they have the Next program. Don't ask me, I know I'm very knowledgeable when it comes to phone flipping, but the Next program allows people with AT&T to jump up to the next version of the phone seamlessly. Like, they don't have to pay off the whole device. So why would they go to somebody like me to buy the iPhone from when they already are literally in a lease program that allows them just to upgrade? They're leasing the device anyway, right? So nevertheless, AT&T is just a horrible company. They've been scammed and hacked so many times. It's just a bunch of reasons, okay? But that's not what this video is about. All right, so now when it comes to us growing and trying to make sure that we're building our profit, I said 150 and then I asked him no box, right? Because the picture that he sent, it was not a clear picture. He had a picture of the front facing and then the back. And one thing I will say, when it's a locked device, I'll always ask if they have the box, because again, if I'm going to sell this to a consumer, I want to make sure that I can sell it to them and have them have the experience of getting the device in the box. If I give them a naked device without a box, I feel like I have to give them less of a price, because again, they're buying this phone hoping that it actually connects, hoping that they can take it to AT&T. And a lot of people will be like, oh, well, could you please meet me at the AT&T store? No, I cannot, okay? Can you wait until I activate it? No, I cannot. So giving that box, I find, is a way to ensure them that, yes, the phone is practically brand new and you definitely can go ahead and activate this. Now, so I said, hey, no box, right? He then would go ahead and say, no, it don't have a box. And then he would say, oh, but that's too low. And this is where I had to realize I gotta walk away. I have to let him actually think that he's right and that he can stand on his morals or the price point that he wants, but know that I'm not that desperate. You are. I have the leverage, you don't. So fast forward to me walking away. This person already had my number. They did try to hit me up via phone, but I didn't answer. The reason is, if we're doing a negotiation on OfferUp, we're gonna finish on the OfferUp. We're only gonna take it off of there if I tell you we are. Why? Because see, that's how prices get mixed up. That's how you get confused, especially if you're buying a bunch of phones like me. You'll start getting confused. Oh, I talked to you here, I talked to you there. Like, I understood to really soon in my experience to make sure that I don't allow people to confuse me. So I'll continue to stay on the platform and make that paper trail, just because I've had people that I've met try to say, oh no, you said that it was this amount. And I'm like, I'm at the meetup, you know what I mean? In the dangerous hood in Philly, like, all right, bro, whatever. Like, let me just take the cash and we go, you feel me? So I try to make sure that we keep it on the same channel. Nevertheless, he ends up conceding, but when he bounced back and tried to spin a block, I said the price dropped. The price did not drop. I just already seen it. I had the leverage with him, so I said, you know what, 130. So I took $20 off. I said, we're gonna do it for 130. He then was like, wow, and he was very shocked and confused. But again, it's all about understanding that I'm gonna see how desperate you are, and then I'm gonna utilize that to my advantage, which I did. So he ended up going ahead and selling this to me for $130. But I don't really count the 130 because it was a deal where it took a while to close, to be honest. So that $20 difference honestly was probably in gas. Like, it took a while closing this deal, but it was a lucrative deal, and that's why I just continued to do it. So let's get into how I flipped it. So there's two ways that you can actually flip phones. You can flip phones to consumers or flip phones to buyers. Now, wholesale buyers are people that are buying phones so that they can sell in their countries or sell in their stores. I only really deal with overseas buyers, and in the States, I only deal with buyers that are shipping overseas. One of the most popular places people are shipping right now is Trinidad. Trinidad is like a really prime location right now that I deal with, because they are building phone stores, and the people that I know do already have lucrative business out there. So I ship there a lot. Now, when I was looking at trying to flip over this device, understand that I got this device for so low that I had a bunch of different options. I could sell to a consumer. It's an iPhone 14 Pro Max. A consumer easily would pay $350 for that, right? Now, you gotta remember, it's an iPhone 14. It's not an iPhone 15 nor iPhone 16. So I had to keep that in mind. So what I did was I said, okay, I'm gonna test the field in both ways. So whenever I get a phone, I list it back on OfferUp. Yes, I list it on the same exact platform I just brought it. And here's the crazy part. I even take the photos literally from what the person was already using that I just brought the listing from. I'll take those photos and put them back up. And I've had plenty of people be like, yo, bro, you just brought the phone for me and using my pictures. Bro, it's business. Yes, yes, I am. Now, I could snap my own pictures, but I'm too busy. I'm always driving. I'm always on the go or thinking of the next move. So I tend to try and make my work smart, right? I work smarter, not harder. So boom, I'll go ahead and repost it and let it sit. And then what I'll do is I'll start actually negotiating with buyers, trying to see what the field is for that device. So I did that. And what I ended up doing was bundling a few other devices with this device, and I ended up getting paid around like $500 and something. Let me tell you the exact amount that I ended up getting paid. So I invested $130 into this device, and I was able to get paid $532 from this device in total, right? Now, again, that is a really good price point. Now, I did have to pay shipping for the buyer, which is not on this little strip right here, because that was the stipulations that me and this buyer came up with, because they paid that amount of money for this locked phone. And I will be very honest with you, wholesale buyers are unique because every buyer has a different situation. You got some that's very serious and they just stick to their grading scale and they stick to their amount. Then you have some that are business owners, and what they'll tend to do is think of connection before thinking of profit. So what this person did was he needed the phone bad, and I don't know why he needed the phone bad, but he needed an AT&T iPhone 14 Pro Max, and he needed a certain grade. This was actually very, very great grading. So I won't say it was an A+. It was more so like a B+, even though it did have the box. And if you don't know grading, A+ is going to be a like new device with a box. B+ is going to be a device that is like new without a box. B grade is going to be the device that has some scratches. It's fairly used, right? So me looking at this device, me being able to sell it to him, he brought this for $532. That was great. And it was a transaction that, again, I would only do with a buyer. If I had a consumer say they'll pay $500 for it, I'll be concerned that I'm going to get robbed. One thing I learned in the phone flipping game is when something seems too good to be true, don't do it. There always has to be a method behind someone's madness, and a lot of the times I got caught and scammed trying to be too greedy. Don't be greedy. Make sure you're utilizing both consumers and buyers to turn over the most profit possible. So I want to talk about some lessons that I learned from this flip. And the lessons I learned, honestly, is, and this is when I was in that moment, is that just because there is a low grade phone that is being sold doesn't necessarily mean it's not worth anything. It's worth something to someone. And the best type of example I like to tell people is if you have a consumer or even a buyer that needs a phone to, and I'll give you a really good example. I'm a buyer, right? Sometimes I'll have somebody mess up on somebody's screen, or they mess up on somebody's battery, or they mess up somebody's motherboard, and I need a phone really, really bad because the customer is going to be back on Friday. Today is Wednesday. We need a phone. So now, just because I want to do the right thing by the customer, and also I want to avoid any issues, I'll go ahead and pay way more than I would usually pay for a device if it's the same exact device and the device that I actually need, because this device is going to help me smooth out a transaction that the repairman messed up. Or for a consumer, it could be this person has a kid, right? And maybe their kid doesn't need an iPhone 16, maybe an iPhone 14 Pro Max. And they really, really want to get a phone for them, but they're not able to find somebody legitimate. But they see that you have 5-star ratings and you have a bunch of transactions, and they're like, oh man, I know this person's legit, but it's gonna cost me a pretty penny. They'll be more used to or more lenient to the idea of you sending or giving them that device for whatever price that you are pricing it at, as long as it's reasonable, obviously. But they'll be more enticed to buy the phone from you than somebody that doesn't have any ratings and is selling the phone for $80, right? They will always trust the experience of someone over the price. And I think a lot of people have to understand that, like, the days of people caring about price over safety, gone. The days people caring about price over convenience, gone. Price over demand, gone. You feel me? Price is not that, and I know it sounds crazy, but price is not that important when it comes to safety and when it comes to demand and when it comes to need. Because yes, people are hurting for money, but people are actually really, really impulsive nowadays. Way more than usually I was used to back when I started flipping phones. People would just say no, and then they would go and just go ahead and use their credit and get a phone with AT&T or T-Mobile. But now people want freedom, so they don't want to be tied in with phone carriers. So they'll buy a phone from you way faster than they'll go ahead and buy the phone from T-Mobile, because they understand that being tied down to someone or being in a financial obligation with another company, it kind of hurts them. And that's really interesting to think about, because again, if you guys knew, when I first started, people were just financing, but that was Sprint days, where Sprint, it's the reason they're out of business right now, because they were Sprint was very lenient, okay? All right, so nevertheless, guys, if you guys want to learn how to flip phones, want to learn how to negotiate like this, want to learn how to build, and not only just this, but want to learn how to actually turn your phone flipping business into a reselling business, a refurbishing business, I got you. I have a course. Right now, in this course is not a digital watch a video course. This is a live course where I will be taking you for 4 weeks through a boot camp of phone flipping to teach you exactly everything you need to know, not only to phone flip, but to scale and also to negotiate, so that you can also buy phones from anybody, but also sell phones to anybody that you need by using the right verbiage and understanding how to utilize the situations and the device history at your disposal. I will show you exactly how to 10x your phone flipping business, not using any ads, so no paid ads, not going ahead and having to pay for promotion, and especially not selling phones on eBay. Selling phones on eBay is extinct. There's too much competition. There's so many people putting out fake propaganda out here. In my course, my live course, see, I don't want to just sell you something so I can sit back and just take your money. No, I'm going to do the work with this 4-week course to help you. It's really the academy, but to help you actually grow, build, and most importantly, profit. The link is below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you in the next video.